So yesterday we learned how to find the slope from two ordered pairs. And today we actually want to find the equation from just two ordered pairs. And we've done that before. I've given you a graph and then you've had to go make the equation. I've also given you the equation, you've had to go make the graph. And then, yesterday we started out with how to find the slope from this, and so this will be a review at this point. So here's our formula, and we just plug in our information. And we would get -1/4. So there we have it. Step one, we go find the slope, same thing we've done. So let me just kind of switch to the next screen so that we can kind of get rid of it. So we plugged in our information from the ordered pairs to find the slope. If you don't know that part, you really need to go back and watch the previous lesson. Now, we're going to have a new formula right here, and this is called the point slope. Do you want to know why we call it the point slope? Because we have to use one of the points, and so that y1 is an indication that we're going to use one of the y values up here, and the x1 is an indication that it's going to be a matching set with x and y. So we're either going to use this point or we're going to use that point. So that's where the name point came from. And then the last thing is because the slope, well, we've got to go use the slope right there. So we're going to plug in a point and a slope. Now, it does not matter which point that you use, but you have to kind of make a decision which one you want to do. I always advise kind of use the one that's not negative and use the one that has a 0 whenever possible. So this y stays the same. That minus sign must stay the same. Now, this y1 point means we're going to come up to the point we chose, and we're going to choose its y value. So in this case, it's +2. So I'm going to make that in red. The equal sign drops. The slope we got from step 1, so we're going to be using this right here. So we're going to just put in -1/4 for our slope. Parenthesis stays, this x stays, the minus sign stays, and the x1, we come up here and we steal the x value from the point that we used, the 0. Now, let's make some room here. The next thing that happens is that we have to do 2 steps and we'll be basically done. Let me pull this down to get a little bit more room to show us here. The first step is we need to get rid of these parentheses. Okay, so we're going to multiply -1/4 times the x, and that would get us, a surprise, -1/4 x. And then -1/4 times 0 is, well, 0. So we got rid of the parentheses. And all of this just comes down. Now we want the slope-intercept form of the equation, right? How to create a linear equation. And I actually want the slope-intercept form because that's the one that you're most familiar with. So all we have to do is get the y by itself. And so now we just look at this -2 and we go, hey, +2, +2. That's all that we do. And so as a result, this y is freed. That -2 is canceled out by the +2. The -1/4 x comes straight down, and 0 plus 2 is +2. There we go. So we have that. Very quickly, though, what I'm going to do is show you another way that we can give you these ordered pairs without it looking like it's in the parentheses. This is the last one that I want to do for this video. What if we put all the ordered pairs in this XY table? Now what that means is that this would be an ordered pair right here. That would be as if they gave us -3 and +15. And then the 0, 6, that would be as if they gave us another ordered pair, 0, 6. And then obviously this one, this is the x value, the 2, and this is the y value of 0. And let me go back to red here. This one would be 5, 9. So really, they gave us 4 ordered pairs. We don't need that many ordered pairs. We really don't need that many ordered pairs. We just need 2 to find the slope. And then we need 1 to plug into the point slope formula down here. So choose 2 points that you like. Anything with 0 is great. And I'm just going to go ahead and choose this bigger one right here. But it does not matter which 2 points that you choose. Just choose something nice and neat. So let me pause and find the slope. And Here we go. Basically, I have a slope of -3. I plug in my x's and y's into the formula that we have here, and it simplifies down to -3. So my slope is -3. Now let's go on down to step 2. I need to find one point that I like, and I need to find the slope. Well, the slope's already found, and I've got 4 different points that I can choose up here. And I kind of like, it doesn't matter which one you use, go with the smallest numbers possible. So let's use the 2, 0. All right. So y minus my y value is 0. Okay. So just think of this 1 as an indication that you need to plug that one in there. The m was -3. The slope was -3. And then x minus, what was my x value? 2. And now we can come through, and the first thing we do is we distribute. So the y minus 0 is free. -3 times the x is -3x. -3 times -2 is +6. Now, technically, I don't need to get this 0 out of there, but, if there was something other than 0, you would be doing the opposite. You'd look at the sign in front and do the opposite, and that would free it up, and I'm left with -3x plus 6. So, that's how you get an equation from 2 points.